Nisha is 26, and like thousands of others in Mumbai, her day starts when the sun goes down. She works the content moderation graveyard shift, spent in these rows of cubicles, leaving her with deep circles under her eyes and an exhaustion that makes every movement heavy. At 3 a.m., the city is silent, and she relies entirely on rideshare apps to get home. To her, the algorithm isn't a luxury. It's the only way to ensure she reaches her bed safely before the sun comes up. The booking is routine: a white car, driver Mahesh Patil, 3 minutes away. And this is the third night in a row the system has matched her with the exact same man. But the routine breaks when she gets a message from her coworker, Sana. Sana is confused, claiming Nisha is still at the office gate and that the cab she supposedly entered was canceled by the system minutes ago. It's a physical impossibility. If the app says the ride never started, but Nisha is already sitting in the back seat of a moving car, who is driving her home? The car leaves the familiar, brightly lit city center. As it moves on to the dark highway, the streetlights become sparse, and the glow of Mumbai starts to disappear in the rearview mirror. The driver ignores the turn for the main road. Instead, he steers the car into an unlit industrial area, a maze of shuttered factories and crumbling concrete walls, where the only light comes from flickering yellow lamps. The radio suddenly turns on, filling the car with static before a voice announces the news. The broadcast is from July 2nd, 2012, exactly 1 decade in the past. The surroundings begin to loop. Nisha watches a neon 24/7 restaurant sign pass by her window. 3 minutes later, she passes the exact same sign, but this time it's scorched, with the light smashed and the building abandoned. Her phone confirms the breakdown. The GPS dot is frozen miles away from her actual location, and a call from Sana confirms that she is still physically visible to the security guards back at the office. The phone screen flashes, the battery percentage drops to 0 in a second, and the device goes completely dead. When the screen goes dark, Nisha loses the only tool she has to verify where she is. Without a working map or a way to call for help, she is just a passenger in a car that the world says doesn't exist. On the dashboard, the clock hits 3:33 a.m. The colon between the numbers blinks, but the minutes do not change. This headline from an old offline article shows what happened on this road exactly 1 year ago. A cab driver was killed in a hit-and-run near a roadside temple. The driver in the photo is the same man currently holding the steering wheel. Mahesh finally speaks. He tells her he died on this route, and now he is forced to drive it over and over, picking up anyone the app mistakenly assigns to his old phantom car. Nisha had simply fallen asleep while waiting for a ride that never arrived. It's the most logical explanation. Working 12-hour nights causes the brain to slip into vivid hallucinations. The entire terrifying trip was likely just a dream brought on by exhaustion. But then she checks her phone. The app is open, and a new notification is waiting. It suggests her usual driver for the trip home, Mahesh Patil. She finds this photo in her gallery, taken at 3:33 a.m. while she was supposedly asleep on the bench. The driver's seat is clearly empty, but in the rearview mirror, Mahesh is looking directly into the camera. The app still tracks a man who died a year ago, and the camera captured a face that shouldn't be there. If you book the last ride of the night and see a familiar name, look at the driver's seat. If it's empty, you might be heading toward a destination that isn't on the map.